Our audience tonight don't know we're watching them, but there are surprises in store for Jed Stone, who's about to meet a friend who's been silent for years. Joan Coughlin and daughter Carol, who think their part is already over. And Patricia Robinson and daughter Gail, who are about to meet their long-lost family. For these people and more, it's Surprise, Surprise! Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
To another surprise, surprise. Well, we've got a sack full of surprises for lots of people in our audience tonight. Oh, yes, we have. I must tell you, though, I had a surprise myself the other week. I was spring cleaning my handbag like you do. You know what I mean, girls, don't you? Yeah. Have we sprung cleaned our handbags, or haven't we? And the fellas as well. What kind of audience we've got here. The things I found that I'd forgotten all about. I found an old shoe repair ticket for a pair of shoes I took to be repaired 2 years ago. So I did. I went to the shoe shop, handed in the ticket and said, 2 years ago, I brought in a pair of shoes in for repair. I don't suppose you've got them now, have you? Well, the man took the ticket and he disappeared into the back for a few minutes. He came out a bit later and he said, were they cream with the gold trim? I said, oh, that's me, yes. Yes, yes. You brought them in for new heels. I said, oh, yeah, that's me, yeah. He said they'll be ready next week. Shame. Typical. But right now it's time for some fishy business, which took place nearly 20 years ago and some 12,000 miles away. Where are you? Jed Stone. Where are you, Jed? Surprise, surprise. Come and join us, Jed, please. All right, Jed, how are you? Jed Stone. I mean, you're not named after that character from Coronation Street, are you?
No.
No. Well, you owe all this to your lovely wife, Evelyn, who's sitting up there. Look, she's got a lovely smile on her face. What are you going to do to her later?
God knows.
Now, tell us, Jed, a little bit about your life story, because you and your wife, you did emigrate to New Zealand, didn't you?
That's right, yeah.
That was way back, was it right in about 1970, is that right? Or a bit before that?
A bit before, well, about that time, right?
Yes, you know, he's shaking down. Well, you did emigrate to New Zealand, and you made great pals there, fishing pals, didn't you? Yeah. Who with? Tell us about him.
There's quite a few.
There's quite a few. Alex Young?
Yeah.
Yes, do you remember him?
Yes.
And actually, do you remember the story when you went fishing one day and you caught such a big whopper? How big was it?
Whoa.
Well, he's bragging again. Well, that whopper was a 10-pound trout, am I right?
9 1/4.
9, oh, only alive at 3/4 of a pound, Jed. Now, what happened to this famous trout? Can you remember?
Got lost.
Did it get lost? Where did it get lost then? Somewhere in lovely New Zealand?
Yeah, it got left when we moved back.
You didn't eat it with mushy peas?
No.
Actually, I'll tell you what did happen to it. It was actually stuffed.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right. And mounted.
Yep.
And you lost it in New Zealand.
Yep.
And you haven't seen your fishing pal. You haven't seen your fishing pal, Alex Young, for, oh, how many years? 15 years. Let alone the stuffed trout. Well, surprise, surprise, Jed. We haven't flown your mate over from New Zealand. Yes, we've got your trout all stuffed. And here to bring it on is our Gordon. Come on, Gordon, bring the trout on.
By air with Andrew's compliments.
Yeah, oh,
Very
hey.
heavy, hang on to it there.
Hey, Jed, it is a bit... Hey, Jed. It is a bit heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's flown all the way.
It's a long time since I caught it.
I know, it's a flying fish. Well, I'm sure... Oh, look at that. 9¼ pounds of trout, which you caught and had stuffed and mounted, was lost in New Zealand, but now found again. And I'm sure you and the fish have got lots to talk about. And while you're doing that, Jed, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to spend a penny. I am. Have you got a penny there, Gordon? Can I borrow a penny? Have you got one?
Well,
Sure.
should have
Yeah,
gone
we'll hang
before
on
you
to
came,
this.
actually, but there you are, a wee penny.
Oh, he's sticking in his pockets as well. A wee penny. Well, thanks a lot, Jed. Enjoy your trout. And thanks for bringing it on, Gordon. I'll see you later. See you later, lads.
Thanks, Cal.
Thanks a lot. What I wanted the penny for from our Gordon, because believe it or believe it not, this is a telephone. Isn't this super? Yes, what will they think of next? Now, I wonder where the penny goes. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, because I know already. Here it goes, right in there. Well, it should do. No, it'll go in there. It is a... Oh, there it goes. What? Oh, look what I've got. A little bit of bubble gum. Look at that. Oh, gosh, what's happened to that? It is a shame about that. It was forced. Anyway, I'm going to ring an Anne Sharp now. And, well, she's got a very surprising complex about horses. I have to tell you this. Anne Sharp thinks she is one. I can't beat about a bush. She thinks she's an horse. So we've got 7 digits, not too much to dial this week. Here we go. And let's hope she hasn't gone out for a gallop. It's ringing out.
Hello.
Hello, surprise, surprise. It's Cilla here.
Do what?
What do you mean, do a what? It's Cilla here from Surprise, Surprise.
No. No, who is it?
Yeah, it's Cilla.
That's Kathy mucking about.
No, Anne, there's nobody mucking about. It's Cilla here, isn't it? Yes. Did you hear that, Anne?
You certainly sound like her. What's in the background?
Well, we're actually doing Surprise, Surprise at this very moment. We've got a lovely audience here, Anne.
Really?
Oh, yes, we have. Now, shall I tell you why I'm calling?
Yes, please.
Well, I've heard that you are mad about horses, so much so...
I love them.
You love them?
Absolutely love them.
So much so you think you are one?
I am one. Think I'm one.
How come you've got this fetish?
Well, it started off with my friend had a bald patch on her carpet.
Your friend had a ball patch on the carpet, yes?
Yeah, this bald patch.
Yeah.
Right where the door opens and shuts.
Yeah.
So I asked her how she got this bald patch. And she said, well, you know what it's like in the mornings when you get up and horses, they seem to scrape one leg. She was a horse before I was. So that's when we decided to become horses.
And you've been driving your children and your husband mad ever since.
Oh, the foals? Oh, yeah, they always follow me.
The foals. Oh, Anne, we think you are an absolute treasure. And I tell you what, we want you to come to the studio. Normally I say when I'm on the phone on Surprise, Surprise, will you come on the show next week and, you know, be a horse? But I'm sorry, kid. Yes, horsey, horsey, you're coming on the show tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, you're coming right to the studios later on the show, and I want to speak to you.
Oh, no!
Yeah, I want to speak to you nose bag to nose bag. Come on, come on. I've got the teeth of a horse. You might have the face of a horse. Who knows? So don't worry about the transport or anything. In a few minutes' time, we will have a fast horse box. Yes? Waiting outside your door to whisk you over to the studios, because I've got a nice little surprise for you when you arrive here, Anne, all right?
Okay, Cilla.
I won't take nay for an answer. I'll see you later in the studios, all right, Anne?
See you later, Cilla.
I'll see you then, Chuck.
Bye.
Ta-ra, ta-ra. Well, still on the subject of phone calls, last week I phoned a Mrs. Rosemary Peters who has this wild ambition to have knives chucked at her. Well, here she is. Come in, Rosemary. And I must tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it was a super phone call, and I have to say, Rosemary is just as mad as that Anne on the phone. I mean, I think you look absolutely lovely. What a great sport. Are you ready to have these knives chucked at you?
Ready.
I mean, and they're going to be real knives, because on the phone last week I said, we've got a very special person to chuck these knives at you.
Yes.
And at no expense spared, I must tell you, Rosemary, we have got the best. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the great Francisco?
Surprise, surprise, yes. Surprise, surprise, yes. Rosemary, you're not nervous, are you?
I'm not.
Oh, yeah, you're I understand you're trembling a bit. Don't worry, though. Listen, can I ask you something? Because I'm quite good at this.
Are you really? I mean, how long have you been at it?
Pardon?
How long have you been at it?
I've been at it longer than you. And with more success, I'll tell you that, too. What are we talking about, by the way?
How long have you been throwing the old knives?
Oh, well, I've been practicing. I've been practicing rigorously for
How
what?
long?
Oh, what? A good 10 minutes. Listen, darling, have you got any next of kin here at all?
Yes.
Oh, that's maybe a godsend. Have a next of kin.
Well, where are your knives then? Where are these knives?
I've got an assistant, you see.
You have an assistant?
I have an assistant, of course. You're not dealing with rubbish here. You're not dealing with rubbish. An assistant. Now, you've heard of Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Well, this is Beauty and the Beauty.
Not
see.
more awesome.
No. Anyway, the assistant, yeah. No, this assistant is a beauty queen.
Is she?
Yes. And she's Miss Great Britain, Amanda Dyson. So she's there to assist me. So you've got to... There you go. Do you see all the stage crew gaping there? No. You think they've never seen a pair of knives before? Anyway, darling, you're going to help me out. Now, oh, yes, where's the blind? One minute. Hold those.
Oh, wait. They look lethal, Rosemary.
They're all right, no. I'm now going to dismember. Not dismount, dismemberment. No, divest. Will you not tamper with my chastity belt if you don't mind? You never needed to wear one, did you? Now, Amanda, would you throw that? Just throw that. Throw it anywhere. She did too. Never mind. Now, listen. Now, I want you to help me out because you've got to do the work. I want you to put the blindfold on, will you?
You want me to put that on?
Yeah.
But, Frankie, if I put that on, I won't be able to see.
No, dear. Put it on her, not put it on you. Honestly, sometimes I think you wouldn't believe she's as stupid as she looks, would you? I mean, it's possible, but she is.
Do you mind, Rosemary? You don't mind. Oh, actually, you've got beautiful eyes.
Yeah. That's right. Now, thing is, put it so you can't see.
All right, sweetheart. Now, can you see anything at all?
No. You sure?
Good. What are you going to do now, then?
I'm going to... Well, I think we ought to have... Amanda, would you like to take the victim... the lady over the dartboard, Rosemary? Yes, Rosemary. Oh, no.
Love you.
Yes. You guide me.
All right.
My hand.
Rosemary,
You're right,
I am
Rosemary.
guiding Frankie now. We are
Right.
going to have a drum roll. Don't worry about a thing. Here's the drum roll.
Now.
Frankie, off you go.
All right. And I say, hoy! I bid it up a horse, I could hail! She's trembling now.
Yes, Rosemary, you were very brave. Oh, you were marvellous in that. The sigh of relief when the sound and thud. Absolutely marvellous. I'm awfully glad you came on the show. And I'm awfully glad you came on to assist. Lovely Amanda there, Miss Great Britain. Both of you were really well done. Well done, pair of you. And Frankie, well, what can I say to you?
Well, you say to me, you can say the check is in the post. Every bit of the day, she takes 10% off the commission. Anyway.
Well, Frankie, I mean, you did enjoy it,
Yes, I did.
didn't
Well,
you? I mean, what could you enjoy more than doing that?
Well, I tell you what. I could have enjoyed if you'd been standing there and I'd thrown and missed. No.
You've got me to the quick.
Oh, here comes your jokes again.
No, that's one of your lines,
I know
isn't
it is.
I'm going to carry on with the show now.
Yes,
and I've been wondering what Bob Carolgees has been up to this week. In
So have I, isn't that strange?
Well, Bob Carolgees was in Kent at the weekend. I know
Was he
that for a
really?
fact, yes.
Get the ball, you beat one, you maybe possibly beat two.
Kevin Long?
And then you pass that ball, you don't...
Surprise, surprise. How are you, Kevin?
All right, thanks. Yeah, lovely, thanks.
Yes. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I'm rather.
Well, your son Peter.
Who is it?
Where's our Peter? Is that you?
Is it you?
Peter actually wrote and told us. This is why for him as well, by the way. He wrote and told us that you and the other dads here come down every Sunday and support and look after this Vista team of yours. How they
Not
doing?
my Vista team. No, I'm only the second. Here's the manager over there.
How are they doing though this
Oh,
morning?
they're winning 2-0 at the moment.
2-0 half time.
Yes, 2-0.
And he actually suggested to us and told us that every Sunday morning you and all the other dads sort of stand on the touchline and shout advice and tell them how the game should be played.
Well,
and stuff like that.
yeah, we try to give them advice, but they don't listen.
No, well, he reckons that since you know so much about football, that you should actually be given the chance to prove to your team how the game should be played.
I'd like to, but
Now you've said you'd like to. Now you've said you'd like to. That's all we wanted because your opportunity has come along with the other dads, and we've got a challenge. We've got a challenge match set up. Do you think you're up to the challenge?
Yeah.
What do you think? Are they up to the challenge, team? Yeah. And we've even got a special surprise football team to challenge you. All right. I won't tell you who just yet. So come on, dads, get your boots on. We're off. Jogging. Come on, everybody, jogging. Yes, now. Oh, there you go.
Yes. Well, we have arranged a special challenge match between the dads and a surprise celebrity team. And we'll be going over later to join Bob and our outside crew just before the kick-off. But right now, I'd like to invite two people in our audience to come and join me. Please come and join me, Carol Jennings and your mum, Joan. Where are you, Carol? Would you like to sit down there next to me, Kit? Sit down there. Well, you two girls came to the Surprise Studios earlier today to make a special plea on Searchline, is that right? Oh, dear. Well, I've got some bad news to tell you. Unfortunately, you know, we had a technical hitch. It all broke down, so you're going to have... Oh, never mind. We'll tell the story now.
Yes.
And you'll help me out with it, right? It was 25 years ago, and when you took in a little boy, actually, you looked after a little boy, a little baby boy, when his mother, Margaret, had to go out to work. Now, what was the little boy's name?
Terry.
Terry. Terence Victor White, that was the name, wasn't it? And you looked after him, well, for about 2 years, didn't you? And then you lost touch with them because Margaret moved away with her son, and you haven't been able to get in touch since then. Now, sadly, little Terry, I have to tell everybody, little Terry was born with a handicap that made him partially deaf. Is that right? Well, we know now that Terence is not a little baby anymore. He's grown up to a big lad. And against all odds with his handicap, he got a university degree in architecture. Yes. He's now living in Birmingham. He's married and he's got a family of his own. Isn't that lovely, Joan? Yes. But he's not in Birmingham at the minute. He's just around the corner with his mum. Come in, Terence, and bring your mum with you. Come on, Margaret. There's our Terence. A lovely, lovely boy. Oh, look at that. Hasn't he grown up to be a bonny lad? He is beautiful. Well done to you two. We're going to take a break now, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Don't forget and join us then. See you then. Welcome back, and we're going to go straight over to our outside broadcast cameras to see what surprises our Bob Carolgees has in store for us. Are you there, Bob?
Here I am, Cilla, all ready for our game of soccer. Look at me, eh? I'm the ref. Anyway, it's nearly time for the match, so we better meet the dads whose boys play for the Vista team at Bexley Heath in Kent. First of all, we've got the dad of the lad who wrote to us, Peter, and this is Kevin Long. That's Kevin.
Hi,
We've also
Kevin.
Hi there, Cilla.
We've got night warehouseman. That's Tony Trey.
Hi, Cilla.
Hi, Tony.
And this is John Gollard. He works for Telecom.
Hey up, Chuck.
Hi, Jim. Hey, Bob, I like his looks like a loo brush, doesn't it? Wonderful.
We've got a transport manager. That's Malcolm Downs.
Hello, Cilla.
Hi, Malcolm.
And keeping goal for the dads is Tony Westwood.
Hello, Cilla.
Oh,
Right, go get warmed up, lads. Go on, off you go. Well, we meet the celebrity team. And what a celebrity team we've got. First of all, I'm going to introduce you to Chelsea's new signing. That's Dave Lurch-Pheasant. And a man who knows more about jumps than goals is Eddie Kidd. We've got local hero and Arsenal star. That's David Rocastle. Someone who prefers fishnets to goal nets is Chris Tarrant. And the die-hard ace goalkeeper is Liverpool's Bruce Grobbelaar. So it's about time we heard from Saints and Greasy for a pre-match report.
Well, thanks, Bob. Well, with the lineup the diehards have, I don't think that the dads realistically stand a chance to.
I don't know, the old dads have Mountain in goal, Tony Westwood, you know. He's their answer to Bernard Manning.
Oh, I agree with that. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Lad, yeah.
Well, if the diehards do have a weakling, it could be fisherman's friend Tarrant, because he's going to find this game a lot more frenetic than sitting on a riverbank in his wellies.
This is true. Of course, one of the questions that everyone wants answered tonight is, will Eddie Kidd keep his shorts on, or will he be over the moony?
Yes, it has. Because with Bob as referee, there won't be any funny business allowed on the pitch, Jim. And, you know, Bob is now a referee, but, I mean, he was a good player till his eyesight went.
I know, the dog kept spitting in him, didn't it? Yeah.
It looks like they are just about to start. Now, you're going to commit yourself, Jim, to a prediction on this result.
Yes, I think the dads will get away with this one. I can see them winning 3 heart attacks to 2.
OK, with that, then, it's back to you, Bob.
Yes, the crowd is actually very tense here. And I'm going to hand over to our ace commentator, Mr. Peter Brackley. Here we go, lads. Are you ready?
And now then we'll see what these dads are made of here in this very tough contest for them. Bruce Grobbelaar in goal for these celebrities. That's Eddie Kidd. The dads have been in strict training for this for, minutes now. Chris Tarrant in trouble straight away. An altercation there with the goalkeeper. That's Tony Westwood.
Well, we'll be back later to see some of the action, but right now it's time to go over to our very own action man. It's Gordon Burns.
Hello, welcome to Searchline, and we'll kick off with a call this evening for Mary Hammond, Sheila Buckley, Mary Dinnigan and Mary Kelly. This photograph was taken in 1952 when they were in the Nazareth House Orphanage in Hammersmith, West London. They're all great friends of Shirley Cunningham, and that's her second from the right, and went to the Sacred Heart High School. Shirley lost touch with the others when she moved to the north of England, but is keen to find them all again. So if any of you are watching, please ring the Searchline number, which I'll give to you later on. Now, take a look at this smart set of chaps. Keith Mitchell, that's him on the right, is looking for his old army pal, Tom Mallet, who is second from the left. They served together as sergeants with the 1st Battalion York and Lancaster Regiment in Khartoum in the Sudan in 1953. Tom came from Newcastle upon Tyne and Keith from Cleveland, but they lost touch when Keith was demobbed. So if anyone knows Tom's present whereabouts, get in touch with us on Searchline. Finally, in this section, Jed Ledwith is desperately trying to find a roll of film containing pictures of the African bush. Jed was working in Chikwawa in Malawi in 1965, preparing a sugar plantation mill with Mac, Big Davy, Little Davy, and Ernie. It was Mac, who was from Manchester, who Jed thinks took the roll of film back with him when the 5 of them separated at Salisbury Airport in what was then Rhodesia. So if Mac, or indeed any of the others are out there, please ring Searchline. And here is the number, 01 222 8070. That's it for now, but I'll be back later on in the programme telling you about some of the fantastic successes we've had since last week's Searchline. But right now, well, here's another fantastic success. Cilla.
Well, now, as you might expect, we get thousands of letters from kids all over the country about their grannies. Well, all kids love their grannies, and they all want me to sing them a Cillagram. Well, as much as I'd love to, I can't sing it for every single one of them. So what I did was this. We chucked all the letters into a big sack, give it a good shake, and picked just one out. And it was from Sean and Dawn Ranson. Now, they told me about their granny, Ethel Davis. Well, this is a Cillagram for our Ethel, and indeed, all grannies everywhere. Ethel Davis, where are you, Ethel? Surprise, surprise, Ethel. Oh, dear. Do you know your grandchildren, Shan and Dawn? They've written and told me all about you.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they have.
Where did I get them?
Shall I tell you what they said?
Yeah.
They said you're the most beautiful gran in the whole wide world, and you buy them all their treats, don't you? And in fact, you even buy them their uniforms.
Yeah.
In fact, your grandchildren are here. Where's our Sean? Come on, Sean, and where's Dawn? Come say hello to your gran. They think you're a gran in a million.
Which one of you wrote? Which one of you wrote?
Me.
Wait, which one did that for?
It's a special surprise. And I tell you what else, Ethel.
Yeah.
You're going to spend the whole day with us. Oh, today, you're going to get your coat on, and we're going to go round the mountains.
Singing, ah, yippee, yippee, ah.
gorgeous too. Well, I've just heard that our Bob Carolgees has blown the whistle for half-time. So let's go over and see what the score is. Are you there, Bob? Come in, lads.
No, you stop it. You swap it from your useless ego. No. Your useless ego. No, you can swap it.
Well, all is not wrong here. As you can see, the lads are really giving the dad some stick there, actually. So just a complete reverse to a normal Sunday morning. I'm not surprised, because they're losing 3-0 now. 3-0. You've got these. This is the reason why our celebrities over here, these goal scorers, they're doing ever so well, Cilla.
Hi, Brucey. What's he going to score then? How are you doing?
Oh, well, not too bad. The boys are playing very, very well, and the lads are, you know, I think they're kicking a bit.
They're kicking a bit?
No, I think the old men, they're kicking our players a bit. You know, we've got to get the referee sorted out.
But you're still winning, though, aren't you, Brucey, lad?
Yes, but the referee doesn't really want to give us anything.
This whole thing is a total con. I was told it was fishing. Like all these totally unfit celebrities like Christopher Biggins, Bonnie Langford, Sooty. Well, what's he called, this big geezer here? I mean, he's sort of like who jogs home from a vasectomy.
How are you, Cilla? Oh, I'm fine. Well, you're doing better than all of them, aren't you, lad?
Well, there you go. You know, I score all the time.
There's no answer to that, Bob.
Hopefully in the second half, the dads of the Vista team can catch up. We'll see, because we're just about to start. All I need is the ball. All right, can I have the ball, please? Lads, ball. Right, we'll start the second half. And here we go, second half. Are you ready? Here we go, are you ready?
Who knows what might happen in the second half? We'll find out after the break. So join us in part 3 for a spot of hunting and to meet the lady who thinks she's a GG. And we got a big surprise for somebody sitting here in our audience tonight. So don't go away. Join us in a couple of minutes. Now, there's someone here who's already had one surprise and is now about to get another. Yes, it's you again, Rosemary Peters. Surprise, surprise. Will you come and join me again, Rosemary, please? Back again, have a sit down there, Chuck. Well, I suppose you thought you were finished with at the top of the show then, the first half, didn't you? No, well, we couldn't let you go away without somebody having a real stab at you, Rosemary. You were disappointed. So you've been sat out there all through the show thinking, oh, I am disappointed. Yeah. Well, you shall be disappointed no longer, because we have got a professional knife-throwing duo to throw knives at you. Good. Not so much surprise, but happy. Yeah. And here they are. Say hello to the Dakotas. Yeah. Not putting you off at all after seeing them. No, you can't wait, can you, Chuck? No. Well, off you go. Be stabbed by the Dakotas. Go on there, Rosemary. Best of luck.
This way, the ball. Try and keep as still as possible, okay?
I don't believe what you just said to me. She said, Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Rosemary, I think you're ever so brave. At any time, were you a bit nervous at all?
Just a little.
Just a little. But you're in the safe hands of the Dakotas. And, well, do you practice much?
No, not at all.
Are you joking?
Yes, I do. I do occasionally.
Well, you're two marvellous professional people, and we wouldn't have put you through that if we thought there was any danger at all. But still and all, we couldn't get anybody to do a stand-in at rehearsal. So it's our thanks to you, Rosemary, and our special thanks to the Dakotas. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Who's looking for who, so over to Gordon on the searchlight.
Hello again. You may remember that the success rate for our first show was almost 100%. Well, last week was every bit as good. Do you remember these photographs of Sylvia Nill from Portslade near Brighton and Betty Gething from Bearwood, West Midlands? Well, we found both of them. We were also inundated with calls from Grenadier Guards with swallow tattoos, and the four we were looking for are now in contact with each other again. Do you also recall we were looking for Charles Wixie, the long-lost stepbrother of Joseph Tuvey? Well, we found him as well, and they have now been reunited after 30 years. And something else very exciting happened, but that's a special surprise, and all will be revealed next week. But in the meantime, here's another personal appeal.
My name is Jill Ramsbottom, and I'm looking for a boy called Stephen Wright. He came to stay with me and my family in the Chorley area in the summer of 1972 and 1973, and the Christmas of 1972. His visits were organised by the WRVS. He knows my parents as Auntie Anne and Uncle John. If anybody knows Stephen, can you please contact the searchline?
And the number's coming up very shortly. But finally, we're on the trail of some sheet music, which was last heard of 30 years ago. Tony Cuthbert loaned his sheet music to Freddie Carlyle, who was the organist at the Open Hearth pub in Scunthorpe in Humberside, where Tony was the singer. Shortly after, Freddie left to play at the Lumpers Club in Grimsby, taking Tony's music with him. The music includes The Lady is a Tramp, The Story of My Life, and that evocative little ditty, Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavour on the Bedpost Overnight? All of the music has the initials AR written in the top right-hand corner. So if Freddie is watching, please contact Searchline. And now for the quickie section, we'd like the following people to contact us. David Senior, known as Bert, who was in Delabole, Cornwall in 1966 and who moved to Bristol. Heather Kenmure from Morecambe, who studied graphic design at Leicester Polytechnic in 1982-83. Kenneth and Howard Lawrence, born in Pontypridd, and brothers in a family of 10. If any of the above people, or indeed any of those mentioned this evening, are watching, do get in touch with us. Ring Searchline, and the number is 01 222 8070. As always, our researchers will be answering the telephones until 10 o'clock tonight. Or, if you can't get through, write to us. Searchline, surprise, surprise, London Weekend Television, South Bank TV Centre, London, SE 99 6YW. That's all for this evening. Hope to be reporting lots more successes next week. But right now, back to Cilla.
Surprise, surprise. Speaking of horses, I hear that Anne Sharp has just galloped into the studios, and here she is. Come in, Anne. Have a sit down there, my goodness me. Yes, rest your hind legs. Now, what is all this about, Anne? You look nothing like a horse at all, although very coltish, very slim and coltish. What is all this? I mean, do you really think of yourself as a horse?
Yes.
Why?
It started off about, must be nearly 2 years ago now.
Yeah.
My friend Teresa.
You talked about her, the one upstairs?
Yes, that's right. Yeah. She had a bald patch on her bedroom carpet.
Yes.
So I just happened to say, how did you get the bald patch on your carpet?
Yeah.
So she said, well, you know what it's like when you get up in the mornings and you go and scraped her foot like that. So that's how the joke started about the horses.
Yes.
And then she started putting bales of hay outside my door, and we just had this joke about horses all the time, and I think people really began to think that we thought we was horses.
I think they thought that you were mental.
Yes.
And what about your husband, how does he feel about this? I know he's actually put hay in the bed. Was that for just a giggle, or was he getting his own back, or what?
I think it was just for a giggle.
It was. And the children, I mean, I believe you gallop around the kitchen and everything, is that right?
Well, they just seem to follow their mother.
Do they? They follow their mother?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a lovely little piece of film to show you now, sweetheart, Anne. It's the Lipizano horses. Do you know them? The famous horses in the Spanish riding school in Vienna. Have a look at this. They're beautiful.
Yeah, they're lovely.
Are you getting sort of... Oh, isn't that gorgeous?
Teresa does that really well.
She's been speaking a lot about this Teresa.
Yeah, well, she was the original horse, you see. It was her that turned me into a horse.
It was, really? Well, we're only interested in you. Maybe you might get Teresa as well, but you saw those lovely horses there. Well, and you are going to be one of them. Yes, you are. You're not going to be a person sitting on one. You are going to be one of them. We're going to dress you up and you're going to learn all those lovely routines and everything. And so you're blaming Teresa now. And we're going to train you just like a horse. And you'll be able to come back on the show next week and do your bit. Yes, get your fetlocks ready. We will promise you the horseshoes next week in the studio. Are you looking forward to it? Yes. I'll see you next week. Tally-ho! Dun-to-me, dun-to-me. See you next week, Anne. See you next episode. Where are you going? Where am I going? Where do I go? What to go? I'll see you next week, Anne. Super. Well, meanwhile, I hear that they're playing Injury Time at the Elephant Castle Leisure Centre. So let's go over for the final whistle. Have a look at this, Anne.
It's a lovely friendly match, as you can see, and it's been played in the best of spirits. But I think it's probably come to a slightly premature end. I'm going to take an early bath now, so see you soon. All right.
Well, while Bob and the teams get their breath back, we've got a story that will take your breath away. Where are you, Gail Hudson? Where are you, Gail? Would you like to come and join me, please, and bring your mum with you? Come on, Gail and Pat. You sit next to me, quick. Hello, Gail. How are you? Welcome to Surprise, Surprise. Now, Pat, if you're going to blame anybody, you have to blame your Gail here, because she's the one who wrote and told me all about you. And what a story you've got to tell. I mean, can you cast your mind back to nearly 50 years ago, Northern Ireland? Something dreadful happened, April the 16th. A bomb landed on your house. And the whole family was devastated because you did have 6 sisters and 1 brother. But when that bomb came down...
Just 4 of us left now.
Yes. Wiped out half your family, including your mum and dad.
Yeah.
And after that, you went to live in Morecambe with your Uncle Barney, isn't that right?
He gives a home.
He gave you a home. And then when you grew older, you all went your separate ways, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now you've got another two sisters and 1 brother, and they are all scattered all over the place, aren't you? Do you know where they are?
My brother's in New York.
That's your Charlie.
He went to join the Merchant Navy.
Yes.
My sister, she married a Canadian, so she went to town.
Which one is that? Is that
Canadian?
Is that Pam?
Evelyn.
That's Evelyn. That's in Canada. What about your Pam?
Pam,
Well, she settled. Well, she settled in this
Yeah,
country.
she did. She went all over
In the Midlands.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of miles between all those people, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, but they're not scattered all over the place tonight, Chuck Pat. No, we've gathered them all together to be with you here tonight. Here's your brother Charlie. You haven't seen them over 40 years. Here's your brother Charlie, your Evelyn, and your Pam, your little Pam. Here they are. Pat, have a look. Come in, gang. That's all we have time for this week. And I'd like to say a very big thank you to everyone who's taken part in the show, especially our Bob Carolgees and the lovely Gordon Burns. We'll be back at the same time next week with lots more surprises. So, till then,